We spoke to Aamir a few days back and he said that the less we speak about the film, the better it is.
I completely trust Aamir to do what he needs to do.
How do you react to the comparisons with the entire Arushi murder case?
I didn't in any way want to feel like, it was Talaash was using such a sad case to get publicity.
It's not an out-and-out entertainer. So what exactly do you mean by that?
There are no songs, there are no item numbers, no comedy. These are the elements that people put in, in sort of formula filmmaking. Tried to remain true to the story. We're using just publicity material from the film to put it together. We wouldn't like to reveal everything.
You have to take that into consideration because we are both directors and we both write, and one of us is always directing the script. We fight a lot, but at the same time, I'd rather work with her than anyone else. Anurag is just fantastic. He's researched it so much. He has a lot of spice. It would be great if they read the novel, watched the film, and then spoke to us.
Right.
Till then, there's no point reacting to anything.
Very, very unusual script. For a very long time, there has not been a suspense film. It's a great story. I really enjoyed working on it. That is what Aamir Khan told us in an interview last year about his film Talaash. The title of the film was not decided at that point of time. We have with us the core team of Talaash, the writer, the story screenplay writers, Zoya Akhtar and Reema Kagti. Reema is the director of the film as well. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama. I think it took a long time for you to just maybe finally get Aamir Khan to just sign the film, because you'd approached him earlier. At that point of time, he was busy with Gajani.
It took a long time to narrate the script.
Right.
Once he came on, it happened a lot faster than even I expected, I think.
Right.
And I actually wasn't even in town.
Yeah, you were at poker's, I think.
I was at a poker tournament, yeah.
In Goa.
So, yeah.
Okay, and because, Aamir takes, I think, a long time in just deciding about things, and if he's just accepting any story whatsoever, it's considered to be, the story has to be certain worthwhile. And if he's saying these things, because even about his own film, like he did not over-promote Dhobighar. He was very honest about it. How do you react when you say that it's a very, very unusual script? Both of you, I think you had written it around 8 years back.
Well, it makes me happy that he supported the film, knowing what it is.
Right.
And having worked with him, I can tell you that, throughout the time, it wasn't, like you say, it might be an unusual film, but I think it's very commercially viable.
Right.
I think that it's very engaging. I think it's as engaging as any other film in the market right now.
Right.
And obviously, if somebody like Aamir kind of says he agrees with what you're trying to do, obviously it makes you feel good about what you're doing.
I've interacted with quite a few fans of say Aamir Khan, even Talaash for that matter, and they are like really worried that film is almost like up for release and all. Promotions mein wo zing abhi tak nahi aaya hai, and that sort of thing. We spoke to Aamir a few days back and he said that the less we speak about the film, the better it is. So aap mujhse kuch nikalwa nahi payenge types and all. So what do you have to say to maybe a lot of fans of the movie who are just looking forward to it?
I would ask them to not worry. I think that I completely trust Aamir to do what he needs to do. In that sense, yes, we have taken a slightly laid-back approach in our publicity promotion, but that's been a conscious decision we've all taken. Also because I think it's a suspense film, and the more we're not letting people know what it is, it's building up the suspense. So I think our strategy is working, if you ask me. At least you're asking us what it is.
Absolutely. In fact, I think you have said in an interview recently that I have an alternative bent of mind, but that doesn't mean that my cinema is alternative. Talaash is a commercial film. It may not be an out-and-out entertainer, but it's a commercial film. The unique thing about it is that darker versions are not really considered stuff for commercial cinema. The challenge for Zoya and me as writers was to change this. You can deal with darker emotions, and that can be as engaging as anything else. Aamir also said at the music launch that it's not an out-and-out entertainer like a Dabangg and all. After 3 Idiots, people have a lot of expectations from an Aamir Khan film. I think it comes by default in Bollywood per se, that it has to be like a big blockbuster and 100 crores and 200 crores, that sort of stuff. So when you just saying that it's not an out-and-out entertainer, so what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that, there are no songs, there are no item numbers, there's no gags, there's no comedy. These are the elements that people put in, in sort of formula filmmaking. In that sense, this is not that kind of film. We've tried to remain true to the story, and at the same time give people a very, very credible cinematic experience.
Okay, Muskane Jhuti Hai, will it be there in the film in some capacity?
It is the title sequence. The song is picturized over the title sequence in the film.
Will the music videos, a part of the movie, the way it is being projected on the television?
Muskane Jhuti Hai, what people are seeing now is a music video, a promotional music video that we had shot for the purpose. In the film, it will be the title credits of the, it's picturized over the title credits.
मुस्कानें झूठी हैं, पहचानें झूठी हैं.
What about the other songs like Jile
Jile Zara, I think pretty much what the video so far is showing is what it is in the film. So similarly with Jia Lagena.
Right.
And Naame Janu, of course, is again completely different in the film for what it is now. We're using just more publicity material from the film to put it together, just to also kind of keep a little bit of a surprise going.
Right.
We wouldn't like to reveal everything,
Right.
So like you can see, at every level we are keeping this suspenseful kind of release of information, which is working, I think.
Yeah, it's getting killing now, in fact.
Yeah.
Okay, as a writer, as a collaborator on the film, so what exactly is the process like? Because I think this film, you had written it, I think, even before Lag by Chance and even before Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. So, and you, I think, happened to sell it to Excel, and you regretted it later that kyun humne, and you went on a holiday or something like that. Okay, so what's the process like when you're collaborating on a film like this as writers?
I mean, collaborating on any kind of film, I think it's very important to have complete sync on a level and trust with your co-writer, because it's a very difficult thing to do. It's a very lonely job, and if you are co-writing with somebody else and you come with a very strong opinion, which both of us do, you need to have somebody that totally gets it, or have that trust where where you'll work towards, where there's a mutual consensus, where you listen to why the person is not agreeing with you, or hear where they're coming from, what is bothering them. And also what's interesting, I think, with Reema and me is that every time we've written, one of us is directing the film. So on some level, that person's process goes beyond just writing, and it becomes about, but I'm not feeling it. Because you have to direct that film. So you have to take that into consideration, because we are both directors and we both write, and one of us is always directing the script. So it's quite interesting. I think we fight a lot. But at the same time, I rather work with her than anyone else. Your dialogue writers are Farhan Akhtar, and additional dialogues have been written by Anurag, Kashyap. Yeah. What's that entire process? Like, I believe Farhan was busy with Milkha Singh and...
I was doing Dawn, actually.
Dawn. No, actually, we write an entire dialogue draft in English, like down to the last pause. We have all our dialogues written in English. What is interesting about working with Farhan is that he can take it and he can make it his own and retain the entire essence of what we've said. So the dialogues have a beat, the dialogues have a humor, the dialogues have a, you know what I mean, the sense, the mood, the tone of each character. He can take that from the English and make it his own and put it out there without losing the essence of it. So this is the second film where Farhan's written the dialogue. He wrote it on Zindagi as well. Right. And it's been a great experience.
Okay,
and Anurag is fantastic.
Right. Anurag also wrote my dialogues in
Honeymoon. Anurag is just fantastic. And also the milieu and the world this film is set in is so known to Anurag. He's researched it so much. He's worked in it so much. And so he has a lot of spice.
Okay, and I think both of them as writers, I'd like to add, I think they both have a very, very poetic quality.
Right.
So you feel like there's, the lines, it's normal prosaic speech, but what they're saying is really, really poetic.
In fact, I interviewed Anurag Kashyap a few days back, and I asked about Talaash, and he said that it's a kick-ass film. Beyond that, if you ask anything, I think almost anyone, and they just keep a mum, and the expressions just go into all sorts of uske beyond kuch nahi bata sakte hain types and all. So he says like it's a kick-ass film. So what exactly is a kick-ass film? When someone says that Talaash is a kick-ass film,
ask him.
I don't know. You have to ask
definition of kick-ass is.
Right. I spoke to him off camera as well, and he said quite a few things.
Well, I can't define what a kick-ass film is for you right now, but I can tell you what I think Talaash is, and I think what will connect with people is it's a really strong story. It starts as a investigation, and then you realize actually that there are many layers to the script, and the core of the film is very emotional. So you have a tight story, you have emotions, you have fantastic performances. I think that's what people should look forward to.
What more, like our sources have told us that the film has a lot of pull for women as such. Women are going to relate to the story of the plight of.
Women are pulled into most films. If you haven't noticed, all the films that are doing these numbers, 50% of that audience is women. So women are being
women in
pulled
terms of
into,
that, it's like it brings that element of the tears and all that stuff.
I think it's wrong to say it's a woman-oriented film at all. Not at
It's
all.
not a woman oriented. That's not what he's saying.
No, it's like it has a pull for the women in terms of the tears
I
and
think
the emotional appeal that I think almost all of you guys have been saying in the interviews, that it has a lot of emotional element into it. So maybe that has to do with maybe Rani's character and the sense of loss and all that they have.
Again, I don't believe that emotions are something that men cannot react to or enjoy, or So I don't believe that.
Or have.
Or have. And the main story is actually a man, and the main story of this, this emotional core that I'm talking about has to do with Aamir's character, who's this cop, Sujin Singh Shekhawat. And it really is his emotional journey. So I don't think that it's something where the story will have more, will speak more to women than men. I don't think so.
All sorts of stuff is happening on maybe the social networking sites, and the SMSs have been doing the rounds. Like, I've personally seen a SMS where people have supposedly given away the climax of the film and stuff like that. This is like the core of Talaash and all. So how do you react to it? That when maybe so much of curiosity is there, and I don't know if the truth is there or not, but the hell of curiosity is there somewhere.
I think it's a good thing. I think it means people are interested. People are curious. People are putting stuff out there. It's a good thing. And as opposed to no one cares. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that care, and their care can come out in various ways, and sometimes it comes out like this. So I think it's a good thing, and at the end of the day, they are going to go in there to prove themselves right or wrong, which is a good thing for us. And hopefully they will like the film, and they will see what the film is. Even when our last film that we wrote together, ZNMD, was coming out, everyone said it's Hangover. But you can't go out there and be like, it's not Hangover. They're going to watch the movie, and then they're going to decide. So it's a good thing.
Sanjay Gupta has had another film.
Yeah, but I think what is more important is what people say about the film after it comes out.
Right.
And though our film journalist community is obsessed with what a film, where it's originated from before it comes out, after the film comes out and it's very apparent that it's been plagiarized from 4-5 different places, nobody speaks about it.
Right.
I find that a bit strange,
And it's being said that your film is like taken from a novella or something like that, American novella. Apparently, that the title of your film was.
We've refuted it.
And we will, and it would be great if somebody would watch the film and then actually read the novel, because that's not going to happen in this industry. It would be great if they read the novel, watched the film, and then spoke to us.
Right.
Till then, there's no point reacting to anything.
Okay, and how do you react to that comparisons with the entire Arushi murder case and all that stuff? So does it like bother you guys?
See, that did bother me because it's a very unfortunate incident where a very young girl was killed.
Right.
And I didn't in any way want to feel like it was the Talaash was using such a sad case to get publicity.
Right.
So yes, it did bother me, and whoever put it out really did it in very bad taste.